Welcome to Hotline 21. I'm your host, Bruce Jackson. And today at the Gift House, we've got a great show. We have the incredible, the incomparable actress extraordinaire. She is wonderful. If you have never seen her in a play, then that means you are living under a rock. Yes, you are living under a rock, and you got to climb out from under that rock because there's a whole world around you, and she's part of that world. Let me introduce to you Georgia Johnson.
Sweet Georgia Johnson.
Sweet Georgia Johnson. Sweet. And listen, and I do mean sweet. We got a super show for you. I mean, it is super, super, super. And Georgia, I'm just delighted to have you.
Delighted too.
I am so delighted to have you.
I've been waiting for this day.
You are incredible. And I'm just, I guess I'm just biased because I'm just a big fan. I'm just jumping up out of my seat right now. I'm all giddy and everything.
And so am I.
I'm sitting beside the great Georgia. People, you really gotta see her in action. And I've seen her in several plays, and we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about some other upcoming plays that she's into. And she does a lot of community theater. So if you're looking for someone to bring your community together, if there's some apathy in your community and you want to just bring in the sunshine, then you gotta bring in Georgia Johnson. She's helped out so many communities. She do so much good stuff. And she's an actress. Yes, an actress. So, what we're gonna do, without further delay, I'm biased. Really. It's just like if I had Michael Jackson here, I love me some Michael Jackson. So I'm gonna be biased, and I love me some Georgia Johnson. So, ain't no Georgia Johnson haters in here.
Sweet Georgia Johnson.
Sweet Georgia Johnson. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put some things out, and before we really get started down to the nitty gritty, we're gonna talk about testing, and I'm gonna get that information out to you. First, here we go. For those of you who want to get tested, we have free HIV, STD testing and counseling. We also do diabetes screening, and we do high blood pressure screening. So we're trying to keep everyone healthy. And so you really need to know your status. And if you do have high blood pressure or diabetes, you really need to start working on that, because that's a road that you do not want to go down. You can easily come to 1309 South Kedzie and get yourself tested. All tests are free. There are no fee, none whatsoever. If you want to give us a call, you can call us at 522-2420, or you can email us. Many of you like to email. You can email us at thegifthouse@sbcglobal.net, or you can check us out on the web, www.thegifthouse.org. Without further delay, we are back with Sweet Georgia Johnson. See, I got it right.
You got it right.
I finally got it right. Now, what I'm going to do, we're going to look at some things, and I want you to just tell me about, you were an honoree. And I want you to go over what were they honoring you for, and we're going to put it over the air too, right here. Mm-hmm. And this is Georgia Johnson right here. Mm-hmm. And you were honoree. Tell us all about that.
Well, this particular award It was really special, and I really, really appreciated it. Coming up, some of the things that I had done in the past, I'm a 70s child, so that was the year, in fact, I graduated in that year. And but back in those days, I was doing a lot of modeling, beauty pageants, plays, and I was going to school full time, but I was doing so many things. When I think about it, and I look back and I say, I did all that. I get up in the morning and I run out, I go to school, I come back, I got a part-time job, I go here, I go rehearsal, I got a modeling class over here, and then I go at night to part-time, and I got chemistry because I thought I was going to be a nurse back then. But in all those shows and contests and one of the ladies that was one of my mentors, I call her that today, Gloria Ellington, she was one who had a pageant called the Miss Sepia beauty pageant. And I was the number one, what do you call it? They had what they call the queen. That's the lady that was crowned. And then they had first, second, and third in talent. So I won the talent portion of it, and then I came in first after her. So they call you first runner-up, if that will. So with that, and gosh, this was in the 70s.
Nice.
So I stayed in touch with this woman over the years, and when this particular event came up, she nominated me to be honored. So they were nominating people who I guess had done some things in the industry, in the modeling, fashion, and community work as well. But I was just so thrilled that they honored me. And so when I came, everybody was dressed to the nine, gowns, all kinds of beautiful outfits and things. So that's what that booklet is about. Yeah, it's pages and pages of different ladies' bios, including mine. And then it's got pictures of the show and, oh my God.
And I went there.
And your lovely wife, Roseanne, oh my goodness.
I went to this, and you, as always, you're always stunning.
Yes, you guys are there. Guys are there. Yes, this was wonderful. So I really appreciate that support.
But I'm going to say this because I always have known you as an actress, and you are a wonderful actress. But I did not know you were modeling. When I saw some of your modeling pictures, I had to compose myself. I mean, really.
There's some that I just have not shown my grandchildren.
I'm gonna show you all out there.
They're not bad. It's just
I'm gonna show you all out there. Something about this is something about sweet, and this is really sweet.
Yes.
Sweet Georgia Johnson. Now I'm gonna put this out there. I looked at it, I said, "Ooh, that girl is man."
Yes.
Let me show you. Let me show y'all something.
A few pounds lighter.
I'm gonna show y'all something. And you listen. She can't say nothing about this. Listen. She can't say nothing. I'm gonna show y'all something. Look here. And look at this. Look at this.
That's definitely my 70s throwback.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Can I do something? Can I, let me see if I can zoom.
I can tell you exactly where that picture was. The reason I like it, photographers like it when they start talking about shades and folks that are into art because of the shades and all that sort of thing. But I think I like it because it's got that nostalgic look. It looks like it's a movie, doesn't it?
Girl, it's hot. That's what it is. H-O-T, hot is what it is. She's trying to be all pretty about. That's how them actresses are. It's hot. That's what it is. It's hot. When I said, wow. You know what? Were you acting back then?
Oh yes, I was in the throes of it then.
Wow.
Oh gosh, yes, I was acting pretty much. Around that time, I was under the tutelage of Marcus Nelson. Marcus Nelson has written books. He's phenomenal. He's been around a long time, and I was in many of his plays. He wrote a play called The Homegrown War. It depicted Fred Hampton and that whole situation when they burst in and assassinated him and so forth. So I played Fred Hampton's girlfriend. Had this really big afro. afro, and it was a pretty good play, community theater.
Beautiful.
Yes, he
beautiful.
passed on, gosh, a few years back, but I remember those days very well.
Now, there's something else that I'm, today we are talking about sweet Georgia Johnson, actress. She is phenomenal, and we're gonna just kind of plow our way through this because she's got so much.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
a lot.
just
It's a lot.
when they say my cup runneth over, her cup runneth over with talent, and she's got a lot of talent. What I want to do, Georgia, I cannot hold myself or contain myself.
I don't blush easily, but you got me blushing.
Restrain myself. There's certain things I just can't do, especially when I'm talking to you. And I got to show you all this. This actress, this songstress, she can do, I don't know, anything you can't do. And once you do it extremely well.
I'm pretty blessed. I'm pretty blessed. I have to say I'm blessed.
I mean, when God was handing out talent, I guess he had a cup or something. He just sprinkled it on some people. He just must have tripped, and the cup just fell all on you. He just said, wow, I guess you can have that cup. Everything was in it. I'm going to show you here, and I want you to just kind of walk us through this, Georgia. Okay. What are we looking at? And tell us about this here. And
this is a picture after my own heart. The organization UNIA, which stands for Universal Negro Improvement Association. This is an old organization started by the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. And way back, we're going back into the 1400s, 1420s, when the Universal Ethiopian anthem was brought out, and we dedicated it to the UNIA as our anthem. Mm-hmm. So one of the first conventions that were held in New York, in Madison Square Garden in 1420s, and that's when they started coming up with what they call all the different lists of items that we adopted. And so one was the red, black, and green flag, for us, and then of course the Ethiopian anthem. And this gentleman, Maceo Thomas, which is a member of the UNIA, he and we started to sing the anthem whenever we had events. And we just kind of gravitated through places. Whenever somebody was there, they would say, oh, who's going to do the anthem? And then they would just kind of nominate us because we were doing it a lot together. So one day we decided, let's just make a CD, which is something we did. So this is actually a CD cover as well.
Well, let me ask you this. I mean, normally when we have guests on the show, we really don't ask them of this, but you are different. You are 180 degrees different from any other guest we ever had on the show.
Is that good? Is that a good thing?
That's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. Now, I said she's a vocalist. Can you you talked about the anthem, something. I mean, Mary had a little.
Well, you want the anthem, or you want some Billie Holiday, some Esther Phillips? What do you want?
Give me something you just kind of let your head out, and you just, hey, I'm gonna just do it.
Well, I pretty much started out as a young teenager with people like Nancy Wilson, Billie Holiday.
Oh yeah.
Esther Phillips. Some of the old timers, and I just started mimicking them. Oh yes, and so I like to serenade people. So when people say, sing, I typically will bring a couple up out of the audience and serenade them. So actually I sing, but I like to serenade people.
Oh, right.
So, and then since I pride myself on being a comedian, I like to sing and look at you and look into your eyes. And so with a song like this, obviously this is a little bit more serious and it's more engulfing human love between black people. But if I'm singing something from, say, Billie Holiday, and then I gotta get really close and go into...
Give us some Billie Holiday.
All right, then hush now, don't explain. You're my joy and pain. I'm glad you're back. Don't explain. You know that I love you, and what love endures. All my thoughts are good, 'cause I'm so completely yours.
Y'all see what I'm talking about? Now y'all see why I'm just mesmerized.
So that's on the softer side. That's on the softer
voodoo
side.
that you do.
But now this is when you got to put the fists up.
Right.
Ethiopia, the land of our fathers, the land where the gods long to be. When storm clouds at night suddenly gathers, armies come marching to thee. This is when you...
Right.
This is
I
the
feel it.
Ethiopian anthem.
I'm ready to march right now.
Yes,
all the way to Ethiopia. Over water, mountains. But no, that's why, we gotta have, that's why I said we gotta have sweet Georgia Johnson on here. Now I'm gonna show you some more stuff.
Okay, now
I'm gonna show y'all some more stuff. Okay.
Well, now we talk about modeling days
now. we gonna kind of shift. We're gonna shift a little bit, but I'm gonna show y'all some more stuff that's gonna look. Georgia is bad. She is
never seen on Facebook. These are never seen on Facebook, folks.
She is incredible. I mean, really, when I say she is full of talent, she can do anything. They tell me I only got 1 minute. I need like 20 hours to show all this stuff to y'all. Let me just show you a little bit of something. A little bit of something. This is hot. This is hot. Georgia's something, man. Georgia is something. Let me just show you all this. Here we go. Sweet Georgia Brown. And you're doing some modeling here. She is doing some modeling here. Georgia is doing some modeling right here. Tell me how, when you did this, listen, that is hot. You were on the cover of something.
Now this is a serious throwback. So now that's all I can say.
Now, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to let you wrap it up. Tell us, what do you got coming up next? What show you got coming up?
Oh, yes. This is one of the best parts. Beatrice Watson, another one of my fabulous, great mentors, who wrote several plays, and I've been in most all of them since the 70s, and I've starred in most of them. So the latest one, and I'll just tell you real briefly what some of them are, but the latest one is Gravy Train North. And this is a depiction of us migrating to the north. So it's going to have a lot of young people in it. It's going to show us, coming in, and of course the hardships that we had once we got here and how we had to settle in and get working and our relationships with our children, family, getting, ourselves going. Now, it's a musical also, so there'll be some singing. And, my goodness, you are playing the minister at the church.
Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. On that note, we're going to wrap up. Thank you, sweet Georgia Brown. Until next time, stay safe.